Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Saya nak jodoh coach Zuri Yuhyi ingin bantu anda dapat perkahwinan yang berkat. Okay, dengan takruf yang halal. Okay, so siapa nak buat cara halal? Listen up. Okay, bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Okay, so topik kita malam ini adalah kenal diri, cinta diri. Okay, kenapa nak kena kenal diri? Kenapa nak kena kenal diri? It starts with, kalau kita tak kenal diri kita, kan, macam mana kita nak sayang diri? Kalau kita tak kenal diri kita, macam mana nak kita nak memperkenalkan diri kita dekat orang lain? Kan, macam nanti I will play a video after this, di mana it's from a movie called Coming to America, the first one. I really like the first one, and it's a scene where the prince is being introduced to his queen to be. He's being introduced to his queen to be, and she doesn't know what she wants. She's just a robot, a blank slate, no personality, doesn't know what she wants, doesn't know what she is. She's just there to serve. So this is an extreme example, okay? It's an extreme example, and I'm not saying that this is you, but this is an exemplification, illustration, ini contoh, okay, that this could be us some time ago. Not now, I hope, but some time ago, this is us. All right, and why? This, of course, this topic tonight is just an introduction. I'm not going to tell you that, hey, you listen to this, by the end of the show, you already know yourself. No. It's not like that. All right? It's not like that. Testing. 1, 2, 1, 2. Testing 1, 2. All right. Okay. So we're also on Telegram. We want to make sure that everyone is audible. Okay. So so usually the format of the show is usually, the format of my program usually is kenal diri, kenal lelaki, menang ta'aruf. So right now we're focusing on the first part, and I learned this when I was reading Sun Tzu, Art of War. Okay, know yourself, know your opponent, win the battle. There are 3 things that you need to do. You know what you're going to do, you know yourself, your strategies, you know your opponent, how they behave and react, and then you win the battle. So you need to know several things. Mainly you start with yourself. Kenal diri, cinta diri. So know yourself, know your opponent, and win the battle. So the outline of my program is surrounding know yourself, know the guy, win the battle, menang ta'aruf. Okay? KKM lah. No relations to Kementerian Kesihatan. This is kenal diri, kenal laki, menang ta'aruf. So that is why that's the overarching theme of macam mana nak cari jodoh. But first, we need to know ourselves, what we want, who we are. Okay, thank you for joining. Just to recap, siapa-siapa yang baru join, I need to say this upfront, is that you're not going to suddenly discover what you want and who you are and be super happy and cinta diri by the end of the show. This is just a start, because knowing yourself, knowing ourselves is a process. It's an ongoing process. Kenal diri is an ongoing process, and it is where we always discover something new about ourselves and something old about ourselves. What is the benefit of knowing ourselves? We know who we are better, so become stronger, so become happier and love ourselves. So how, I'm sure you've heard of tak kenal maka tak cinta, kan? So kalau tak kenal diri, macam mana nak cinta diri? Okay? Must have a basis of love. The basis of love starts with knowing yourself. Okay? Kadang it's important also, kalau macam it also goes both ways lah. Kalau lelaki dengan you jumpa bakal calon jodoh you, and katakan you tak kenal diri you, and then dia pun nak mengenali you, tapi you tak tahu diri you siapa, macam mana you nak apa, and susah So it's like a blank slate. It's just a not even a template. It's just like a blank piece of paper. It's like apa pun je lah, tulislah apa tu atas kertas tu kan. So it will be difficult to match people who don't know who they are, what they want, how they want their life to be, what their hope and aspirations are. It's not easy to match people who don't know what they are, and it's really sad and upsetting when I get application untuk cari jodoh. So mostly for women, kan? Mostly for women, they say, oh, they see nama dia, they see other personal details, yeah, and people tell me a lot about themselves, a lot about not themselves, about what they do, or their occupation, their family, their past trauma, but they don't tell me about themselves, who they are, what they want. What they want is asalkan saya diterima seada-adanya. Seadanya kan, asalkan tak kisahlah siapa, asalkan dia boleh terima saya seadanya. Ada apa? apa yang you ada? Do you have love? Do you have love for yourself? Do you have love to give? What? Again, and this is very, very super duper important, because if you don't have that self love, and um, it's difficult for me to match with you someone who has equally self love. All right. So um okay, thank you so much for joining. Okay, so just to give a pre warning, it's like I'm not saying that tonight's discussion is you're going to suddenly kenal diri and cinta diri by the end of tonight's discussion. It's just to start the conversation, and for us to reflect kita punya ourselves, who we are, what we want. It's the beginning of the discussion, and it is an ongoing process, right? It's an ongoing process. Like I mentioned just now, I get so many so thousands and thousands of application nak cari jodoh. They tell me not about themselves. They give me basically a job resume. Or what you do, kerja kat mana. Yes, need to know stuff. Yeah, but more importantly, who are you? Who are you? Who am I? That's a big question that I have. Can something that is I can tell the other person, oh, she loves doing volunteering. She loves doing this because she volunteering with orphans because she loves children. And why? Because she wants to help children. And she is this is part of her soul, to be a mother, something that she strives to be. She wants to raise caliphs of her own, and you know she respects and loves herself by reading, by khatam Quran every few months, and she loves herself by in strengthening her relationship with Allah. It's like these are the things that I can pitch to the guy. Yeah, it's like and vice versa lah. So I usually get a lot of job resumes. Like I do this at this, my it's like career growth is like this, career trajectory is like this. Like yeah, good. Tell me more about you, what you want, this kind of stuff. Okay, so yang sedih itu adalah dia tak kenal diri sendiri, tak tahu nak jawab when I say, yo, tell me what you want, tell me about yourself, not in a job interview way, but tell me about yourself, where what are your hopes and dreams are, what are your aspirations, and for yourself. And then we talk about what are your hopes and dreams and aspirations to get married, as a married person. You know what I'm saying? You have your own aspirations. That's very important. Your hopes and dreams, what are they? What are you looking forward to? What gives you vibrance? What gives you energy? What gives you hope? What gives you reason to wake up in the morning? It's like, hey, I'm gonna go volunteer at this orphanage, yay. And this kind of times, why do you wake up in the morning, kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? All right. So I'm gonna play this video. Um, Sorry, everyone on Telegram, you cannot see, but it's on social media. Everyone can see. It is. You probably seen this movie, but this is a scene where um, from the movie Coming to America, where the prince is to be introduced by his uh, queen to be, and because why I'm sharing this video clip is this is what it's an example, just an illustration. I'm not saying that this is you, Ken. I'm not saying this is you. It is an example of how no one wants an empty piece of paper. No one wants an empty. No one wants something that does not have their own. Would you buy a blank canvas or a work of art, a masterpiece? Kan? Contoh, okay, just a metaphor. Would you buy a blank canvas unless you want to paint on it? That's a different story. You know, would you buy a masterpiece? Would you want a masterpiece, or would you want just a blank canvas for you to just reprogram? Nothing exciting. It's basically would be a reflection of yourself. Okay, so I'm not saying that this is you, but if you can relate somewhat, a little bit, a lot, so that is why it's important to know diri sendiri. Otherwise, no one wants an empty canvas. It's like no excitement, no life, no joy, and no energy, no passion, and no passion of life. It's just like apa je lah, seadanya lah, kan? Seadanya. Like, oh, okay, it's so sad. All right, so I'm gonna play this video first. It's I think you can hear it on Telegram. Bismillah. She's your queen to be, a queen to be forever, a queen who forever His Highness desires. She's your queen to be, a vision of perfection, to be used at your discretion. It is only for your direction. Your queen to be. Excuse us for a moment. So,
ever since I was born, I've been trained to serve you.
Yes, I know this. But I would like to know about you. What do you like?
You like
What kind of music do you like?
whatever kind of music you like.
I know what I like. And I know you know what I like. You train me on what I like. And I would like to know what you like. For instance, do you have a favorite food?
Yes,
Good. What is your favorite food?
whatever food you like.
Are you saying that no matter what I tell you to do, you will do?
Yes, Your Highness.
Anything I say, you do?
Yes, Your Highness.
Bark like a dog. And big dog.
Woof, 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 woof,
How about my leg?
woof, woof, woof,
the two of you are getting along. Excuse me, Michael. My goodness.
Yeah. So I hope you can see the video just now or hear it, and it's a scene from Coming to America. It's a scene when this prince is about to be introduced to his queen to be, and basically they don't know each other, and then they were introduced. He asked her, "So what? Tell me," because he doesn't know her. Dia tak kenal, and dia nak kenal lah dia nak kahwin dengan siapa kan, walaupun dia terpaksa kahwin dengan this person, dipaksa kahwin, and because dia tak kenal this lady, dia tanyalah this queen. Dia tanya the queen, the suitor. Dia tanya the suitor. It's like, so tell me about yourself. What food do you like? Whatever food you like. Dia jawab, the suitor jawab. So she's like, how do I describe it? An automaton. I think an automaton would be a good description. Automaton, basically macam robot lah, automaton, and what, like, this is so weird. Even when I was a kid, I think this movie came out in 1974, and when I was watching this movie as a kid, it's like, that's not how a human being should be. Kan? Isn't there something that you want? Don't you want grow up to be something? Want to grow up to be something? And so she grew up just to be serving the king as a servant, whatever the king wants. And let me replay the part where he's singing the song. She's there to be used at his discretion. Okay, let me replay this part. With the lyrics.
She's your queen to be, a queen to be forever, a queen who to do whatever his highest desires. She's your queen to be, a vision of perfection, to be used at your discretion, waiting only for your direction. Your queen to be.
as the guy pun yang nak kahwin ni pun macam, well, this is awkward, this is weird, I don't know the person I'm going to marry, because she doesn't know who she is. She's just like this automaton, nothing exciting about this person. She doesn't know what's exciting about herself. She doesn't know what her passions are. So that is what's going through the other person's mind. So I'm not saying that you are like this. No, this is an extreme example, a very extreme example. Okay, so I invite you to have clarity of who you are by asking yourself several questions, and therefore I can assist you to write your jodoh resume, your jodoh profile, and because instead of writing a job resume, and understand it's a commitment, but it's a commitment of emotions and passion, and of course kerana Allah, kan. So it's not a job. I received so many job resumes. Like, I'm not hiring you, man. Miss or man, I'm not hiring you. Tell me about you. What are your hopes and passions? What are your things that excite you? Ken, why do you want to be a husband or father? Why do you want to be husband and mother? Uh, Tell me why this excites you. Tell me your volunteer work or things that you're passionate about, the type of books that you read, why you like them. What are your values? What are your values? Antara yang terpenting is what are your values? And like this extreme example of from this movie scene, it's like she doesn't have her own values. She just does whatever the king commands. Extreme example lah, okay? It's an extreme example. So that's why it's important dalam mencari jodoh to know yourself so you can introduce yourself. Know yourself to love yourself. Know yourself because you can love yourself. Know yourself to introduce yourself. Otherwise, you just fall into someone else's mold of who you are, and then you'll be fighting with your own personality because you're not sure, not clear of what it is. Yeah? And then you pendam. And then pendam bertahun-tahun, lepas tu kahwin, bertahun-tahun lagi, pendam sampai tua, you pendam. You're not yourself. All the rest of your life you'll be acting because you're not yourself, because you have put yourself in someone else's mold. You're not yourself. So set the expectations upfront, outright. Okay? Right. And I'm not saying that um knowing yourself, you will love yourself. Loving yourself is not that you sentiasa jadi kanak-kanak Raibina yang riang ria setiap masa, kan? You're not. It doesn't work that way because you're human. We have our moods. So occasionally we're grumpy, and you're not always ecstatic or excited about everything. This is being human, the human condition. This is the human condition. You're not always happy or excited or ecstatic. And uh, managing expectation of knowing we are, okay, who we are, right? And also at the same time, kena jaga self criticism, di mana sometimes we only focus on criticizing ourselves because we think we can be better. Yes, we can be better, but self criticism can lead to a lot of unhealthy things because it's not self-constructive criticism, and instead of also self-complimenting pun penting juga. You need to be able to appreciate the things you have achieved, the things that you have, because these are the things that Allah has given you. Be grateful for that. Can don't just criticize. Oh, you macam ni, you macam tu. Well, this is the learning process of growing. Betul tak? Like riding a bicycle, can of course you fall. Of course you fall. You don't ride like who's a famous cyclist? Yeah, the famous cyclist. Up front, straightforward, and don't expect yourself to be like a famous cyclist. Okay, and because each of us have our own strength and our own passions. So when looking inward, criticizing ourselves, don't be too harsh on yourself, but don't be too soft for yourself. And by what I mean is be constructive when criticizing ourselves. How to be constructive is asking the right questions instead of the wrong questions. The wrong questions will lead us to even worse, in a worse loop or spiral, worse loop or spiral, uh, in getting to becoming a better person. Of course, you want to be a better person. Self criticism is just can just be berating yourself, though that's not healthy. And and you need to be able to give constructive criticism to yourself, because we can't always expect someone else to give that to us. Mm, and no one knows us better than we do. We are our own expert, and me as a coach, I cannot tell you what to do, and I cannot criticize you for and tell you what to do, because yeah, I'm not the expert of you, right? But when you tell me something, and I ask you the right questions, kan? Contoh um, criticism, self-critic, this lady, she told me, dia cakap, she's feeling buntu sebab the guy yang dia sedang berkenalan ni tak nak masuk Minang, kan? Tapi ada orang lain sedang nak masuk Minang dengan katanya. Adalah, she was told, kan? And then what should I do, coach? Like like instead of just telling her, like, then just go to the guy yang nak masuk Minang. Simple as that, kan? No, that's not what I do. I ask the right questions. Well, do you see a future with this guy yang masih tak nak masuk Minang? Dia jawab, tak ada. So do you think there's a possible future with the other guy yang nak masuk Minang you? Mungkin possible. So how long do you want to spend time waiting for this guy nak masuk Minang? Tak tahu lah, coach. So how long? Question dia. Berapa lama you nak tunggu? Setahun? 2 tahun? Tak sanggup lagi lah, coach. Kan? Tak sanggup lagi lah, coach, nak tunggu orang masuk Minang. And then, what do you think you should do? What do you think you should do? I ask questions. What do you think you should do? I think I should beranikan diri and move on. Well, if that's what you believe you should be doing, then you istisharah dan istiqarah. Istisharah is you seek counsel with your family and friends. Istiqarah, minta Allah bagi panduan. Okay, thank you, coach. Dah, tu je? Tu je? Like, saja je, sekarang dah clear. Okay, bagus. See, by asking the right questions, kan, I don't tell her what to do. Alright, I ask the right questions for her to have the clarity on how to grow, how to move on. Clarity gives power. Clarity gives power by asking the right questions. Sometimes we ask ourselves the wrong questions. We, instead of clarity, we get cloudy. Yeah. Instead of, if we ask the right questions, we get clarity. Clarity is power. If we ask ourselves wrong questions, we get cloudy into a cloudy mud, a pool of water just right there, stagnant water. Okay, so boleh? All right. Okay, so and unfortunately we also dwell a lot on our flaws. Yang benda yang baik-baik dalam diri kita ni kita tak fokus. Kita fokus on flaws. Aku ni tak mencukupi, aku ni tak ada siapa nak kat aku. You think tak ada siapa nak kat aku. You should watch yesterday's video because it will help you think clearly. Betul ke tak ada siapa nak kat aku? No one ever will want me, kan? Contoh. Have you met everyone? Have you met everyone? Alright. So my flaws, okay, I tak cukup getah, I tak cukup tinggi, whatever. It's like, how come solution dia senang is to be grateful for what Allah has given you. Kan? Don't focus on your flaws, work on your flaws and focus on your strength. Benda yang Allah bagi. You're intelligent, you're educated, you are willing to learn untuk mencari jodoh dengan halal instead of haram, kan? Flaw is if you're still focusing on dating cara jahil. Dating cara jahil. So that would be a flaw. You still want to do that, right? So what would be great if you focus on apa yang Allah dah bagi, apa yang Allah dah mencukupkan untuk you, your intelligence, your health, your family, so many things. List it down, focus on that, put it on paper, all right? Focus on what Allah has given you and Allah will give you more. Allah will give you more when you're grateful. Okay? Coach ni macam someone, in case you're thinking, probably not you, in case you're thinking, coach ni suruh syukur je, tak ada something new to tell us. It's like, well, foundation of happiness is gratitude with Allah. That is the foundation of happiness, foundation of growth, foundation of a lot of things. It's gratitude with Allah, our connection and our relationship with Allah. That is the foundation of foundation or core, whatever you call it, kan? That is where happiness come from. Siapakah yang menjaga hati kita, yang membenarkan hati kita berasa, kan? Yang menjaga hati kita. Siapakah yang melembutkan hati kita? Yang boleh melembutkan hati kita? Allah, kan? Like a few weeks back, I was talking to on an interview with my friend Dr. Syed Adam Al-Habshi. He said he's a lawyer. He's very skilled, and he said that he believes that no matter how skilled he is when in negotiation, but dia masih tetap berdoa supaya Allah melembutkan hati the other person yang sedang negotiate tu. Alright, so because yang penjaga hati kita Allah, kan? Tapi yang kita diamanahkan untuk jaga hati kita sendiri juga, kan? Kalau kita tak amanah jaga hati kita, pemilik hati tu Allah pemilik hati kita, okay? And diamanahkan untuk jaga hati tu diri kita. Boleh? Are you with me? Alright. So kita kena jaga amanah, jaga hati diri. So back to what Syed Adam said. He said that dia tetap berdoa in any negotiation untuk Allah lembutkan hati the other person in negotiation, and okay, alright, cool, boleh. So it's very important to jaga amanah kita dengan Allah. Allah yang milik semuanya. Allah juga milik hati kita, kan? Bukan another person, oh, you stole my heart. It's like, you stole my heart. My heart belongs to you. No, your heart belongs to Allah. Your heart belongs to Allah. We jangan careless untuk pecah amanah and just give it to another human being. No, you jaga hati you. Allah milik hati you, tapi you diamanahkan untuk jaga hati you. Okay, boleh? Right? Hidup ni adalah amanah, betul tak? Okay, hidup ni adalah amanah. Okay, so sambung. Right, so emotional healing. Alright, so why do we need to know ourselves? Why emotional healing helps us to know ourselves? Of course, understandably, we've gone through a lot of trauma and so many other heartbreaks, and we've been heartbroken, so to speak, kan? And then kita dah bagi hati kita ke orang lain, so to speak. Dan hatiku dihancuri, dimurtabakkan, kan? Murtabak. I love murtabak. Nothing against murtabak. And hatiku dihancuri macam daging hancur. Lepas tu nak pasang balik dah hancur. Lepas tu tampal dengan roti canai jadi murtabak. Okay, that's the analogy, metaphor. And then, so kita nak kenal putting ourselves back together. Have you heard of that phrase? Trying to put myself back together from this heartbreak, from my ex, apa yang my ex buat dulu. So I'm not saying that this is you. I'm saying that this is also me in the past, zaman jahil dulu. Okay, listening and learning to so many Hollywood advice and jahil dating lifestyle. Okay. My personal experience also, and experience from my clients yang pernah patah hati. Okay, all right. And then, unfortunately, we were not told or trained in school, in university, untuk how to protect our own heart, how to purify our heart. And there are several courses out there. It's to purify your heart, and it's really important to remove the cloudiness and the darkness and kekerasan hati ni supaya boleh kita fill ourselves with Allah punya love. It's very important. So we need to heal. Of course we want to heal. Coach ni, what are you saying, coach? Yeah. Yes, Of course, you want to heal. Of course, we all want to heal. But why? What is the benefit of healing? Well, we want to be happy. How? Purify it with the remembrance of Allah. Kan? Kalau coach ni asyik cakap pasal Tuhan je. Habis tu hidup kita berpaksikan apa? Kan? Hidup kita berpaksikan apa? Tu tak? Tu tak? Setuju tak? Hidup kita paksikan Allah. Kan? And kalau kita hidup tak berpaksikan Allah, dan kita dah lari orbit lah. We're out of orbit and floating throughout space. Alright? Paksi. Paksi, the centrifugal force. Anyway, paksi kita, hati kita mestilah dengan Allah. Dan nanti orang cakap aku tunggang agama. Habis tu dah kita berpaksikan Allah. Nak buat macam mana kan? Yalah, janggut sejemput nak tunggang agama. Tunggu je. I'm just waiting for the day someone send me a message again. Dulu dah kena dah. Cakap, alah, dulu lah. Recently tak. I don't know why. Maybe it's the way I present my message these days. Maybe Allah dah mentarbiatkan, bagi tarbiyah dekat dia orang, insyaAllah, alhamdulillah kan. So dia orang macam okay, dengar je dulu, tak payah nak kecam-kecam dulu, maybe. Okay, alright. So emotional healing, heal. To know yourself, one of the things you need to do is heal yourself, purify your heart with the remembrance of Allah, dekatkan diri dengan Allah. Okay, boleh. Okay, alright. So how to know yourself is also to be compassionate to yourself. Be kind and compassionate to yourself by, well, outwardly, physically, on the surface, treat yourself to a spa dah buka. Spa. If spas are open, I would go. Kan? I love going to spa. Tapi tak banyak spa yang untuk lelaki. I don't know if they're open yet. My barber pun, he does a very good head massage. Anyway, right? Go find a spa. If you know any male spa, spa yang mesra Muslim, not just Muslimah, Muslim lelaki. So let me know, please. I want to go. All right, and treat yourself. Be kind to yourself. It's very important, kan? It's like this reminds me masa tengah tunang dulu with my wife, my soon-to-be wife. I gave my wife and my soon-to-be mother-in-law Groupon punya tiket, Groupon punya kupon to go for massage and everything spa. It's like, just to smooth the start of the relationship again. Just hadiah, a tribute to show love. Okay, this is how I try to show love in the beginning, sebelum kahwin. So pergilah mak dengan anak kan, minta mak dengan anak pergi. I didn't date my wife, so I said I gave her the Groupon. I said, please take your mom to this spa, right? And that's how I'm trying to show my affection indirectly, and but you need to show affection to yourself as well. So if there is a spa that's just open, go for it. Or buy one of those sumo steamer. Yang you sit in that steamer. If you wanted to get that, sumo steamer. Yeah, you can buy it online, and you sit in that steamer. Keluar rasa fresh. Sumo brand. Anyways, tiba-tiba product placement pula. It's not even mine. Right? But I respect the founder of that company. She and her husband come from very humble beginnings and now doing very well. All right. So, okay. So, it's important to kenal diri, to know exactly when what you want and what other people want. Is this what you want for yourself or what other people want for you? Contohlah, kalau macam story Mustafa Kamal kan, bapak dia paksa anak dia kahwin with Sufulan for business reasons. So is this what she wants or what her father wants? It's very different. So uh, you need to know what you want, be clear on what you want for your own self, for your own sake, right? Not just what other people pressure you into, not just what other pressure you into. Okay, and take out a piece of paper and just write, what do I want? Just forget grammar, forget spelling, just write, tutup mata and just tulis macam spa, a new haircut, massager, I want to love myself, I want to be happy, what do you want? Other people, usually most people, loved ones want you happy. Everyone else don't care. But I care because when you're happy, you're grateful, you get closer to Allah, and I get the pahala for reminding you to be happy, to be grateful, to get closer to Allah. All right. So you need to differentiate what you want, or this is what other people want for you. Right. Macam dulu, I'm sure when choosing a career, again, this is either what you want to do or what your parents push you to do. Betul tak? And then eventually maybe you like it, and then you push yourself further to get the masters for it and doctorate for it, which is great if that's what you want to do, right? If there is something else you want to do at the same time, why not? Why not? Again, yeah, you can be a doctorate in your own field, but it doesn't hurt for you to pick up a hobby. Boleh. Maybe especially now, everyone needs to pick up a hobby. And mostly lately in MCO is cooking. And I did that too. And I wanted to start painting, but I painting tak kenyang. So just pick up a hobby, what you want. Explore yourself, understand what yourself, express yourself. Don't suppress yourself. Explore yourself, express yourself. And don't let yourself get suppressed by anyone else's needs or wants or pressure. Okay? Boleh? Alright. And I have to warn you that untuk mengenal diri is not fun. It can be tough. It can be quite a struggle because when we start to explore ourselves, it's like going to a tunnel where you don't know where it's going to end up. But there is light at the end of the tunnel. There is light at the end of the tunnel, and you that is where you want to head towards. But it's an ongoing process where you discover yourself, your strength, and your weaknesses. And looking back into our own weaknesses is the tough part, to accept that we've done this mistake. Like, and then macam, oh, ngoknya aku dulu. I'm talking about myself. And ngoknya aku dulu. Why did I do this? Why did I do that? And how come I did that? I wish I knew this when I was in the 20s, in my 20s. Well, write that down, get it out of yourself. Have a catharsis moment if you need. Right? It's like catharsis moment. Macam benda ni dah lama terpendam, and then you luahkan. Suddenly macam, I haven't thought about this in a while. Actually, I haven't been over it. I haven't recovered or healed myself from it. Catharsis, right? But in a controlled manner lah. And apa-apa yang kita buat, sentiasa ingat, it is for nawaitu lillah ta'ala. Okay? So it might not be fun, but it will be fulfilling. That's important to remember. Okay, bismillah. And then boleh, it's a journey, it's an ongoing journey, ongoing process to kenal diri. And you will grow to love yourself. And then you will be not desperate or needy when you meet someone. And what was in the movie? In the movie, he's just not that into you. The character named Gigi, she's just so needy and desperate. And asalkan the guy, any guy, any guy, you see, any guy that gives her attention, any guy that gave her attention, dia okay, boleh on. Kan? That's dangerous because she doesn't know what she wants, doesn't know her standards, she doesn't know her value. That's dangerous. Okay, so and I always say martabat you tinggi, hanya you tak sedar martabat you tinggi. Okay, there's another thing you need to realize, which is martabat you tinggi tapi you tak sedar martabat you tinggi, kan? And and earlier today, I received a message. So what do you do, Zuri? So okay, she obviously have not been watching my videos. I said to her that like okay, saya bantu wanita yang segan, malu, takut, trauma untuk overcome their past relationship or heartbreaks in order for them untuk mendapat ta'aruf, untuk dapat perkahwinan yang berkat, bahagia dengan menggunakan strategi ta'aruf yang halal. It's like, oh, menarik. Okay. Right. And then I explain further. It's like it is so true that are you not familiar? Are you familiar with ta'aruf Islamic? Tak. Tolong cerita sikit. Ni I cerita lah. Okay. In the essence, ta'aruf dalam Islam adalah fast, efficient, and without the heartbreaks. You get straight to the points. Tak ada guessing game bila dia nak masuk Minang, dia ni serius ke tak ada, kan? And it's very clear the intention ada timeline, ada time limit, and then so niat berkenalan tu adalah untuk berkahwin, berbincang pasal kahwin. And it's like ada yang macam ni? Dia cakap ada yang macam ni. Dah, itu cara yang disyariatkan. It's like, oh ya ke? Tak tahu pun. Yeah, no one has ever taught us this, unfortunately, kan? I wish someone taught all of us this masa sekolah dulu, kan? Antara benda yang paling perlu disekolahkan adalah untuk menjaga martabat diri, kan? And ada tak dalam kafah? It remind me, it's been 30 years plus for me. Ada tak dalam kafah dulu ajar macam mana nak jaga martabat diri, jaga hati kita kepunyaan siapa, kan? Does it belong to a person? Can we give it to a person? No, tak boleh sebenarnya. It is an amanah yang kita jaga untuk Allah. Hati kita ni milik Allah, kan? Tapi kita mensia-siakan hati kita, Allah bagi. So, is it in the kafah? I think it should be in the kafah. Maybe who's the new Minister of Education? Anyway. Okay, betul. Because in the past, I've tried several times to include this with the ministry, the ilmu berpasangan, kan. It's not sex education. We have to repackage it. People are just so macam sex education. Mana boleh ajar budak-budak sex education? It's like, it's not about positions, yo. It's not about positions or strap-ons or whatever. No, ini adalah untuk menjaga haya tu humility, aib, kan? Martabat diri. So, well, hopefully we have a stable government soon. I can approach the current ministry to educate. InsyaAllah. Sebab my vision, I know I've shared this, but I love this vision. This vision is not just for me, kan? It's for my children, our children, your children, because the vision is untuk menzahirkan anak-anak yang soleh dan solehah, yang mendoakan jannah untuk ibu bapa mereka, yakni kita, ya, dengan menjodohkan mereka, mak bapaknya, secara ta'aruf yang halal. That is my vision. So the packaging and to go through ministries. I've gone through Jakim so many times trying to pitch this. Anyway, well, it has its challenges. Anywho, well, if you have someone senior, friends in Jakim or ministries, let me know, because this project I believe is too important. Supaya kita nak memolekkan lagi masyarakat umat Islam Malaysia, kan? So let me know I have projects. I have several project papers still there, still can be refined, to be negotiated with, to be pitched to, for at the government level. And in the meantime, I hope this sharing malam-malam setiap istiqamah setiap malam ni will be beneficial as a start. Okay, it's an ongoing journey, and working on it on sekarang kita semua rakyat marhain, and then at the governmental level. So yep, insyaallah. So please make doa that my project untuk memolekkan masyarakat umat Islam ni berjaya, because it will involve your children and my children, and their growth and their martabat and their dignity, their menjaga aib. So it's huge, several projects, and I can't mention exactly what it is because I have project partners, and it's a trade secret for now, but something that we can still discuss with governments. Okay, all right. So, coach nak bagi homework lagi ni. Bismillah. Okay, so what can you do? What can you do? All right. So I mentioned in earlier just now, it's like ask yourself the right questions, quality questions, self-constructive questions, self-constructive criticisms. Again, so many isms. All right. So I'm going to give you good questions and bad questions. I'll give you the bad questions first. Okay, things that we think and believe without thinking that it's helpful. Question like, where is my Prince Charming to make me happy? Where is my Jerry Maguire to complete me? Okay, can screenshot or write it down. In fact, don't write it down. Well, just write it down. These are poor questions. It's not helpful. It's self-criticism. It makes you feel even worse. Makes you feel even dependent on someone else to make you happy. Questions like this. If you have these questions, let me know things that have been defeating you. Right? In fact, this is actually a self-defeatism, self-defeating punya questions. Oh, where is my Prince Charming to make me happy? Putting hope on another person to make you happy. Dangerous, bahaya. You make yourself happy. You make yourself happy by establishing and strengthening your relationship with Allah. That will make you happy. Yeah. And where is my Jerry Maguire to complete me? Like, okay, I'm sure you've seen that movie. Okay, where is my Jerry Maguire to you complete me? How was that? Yeah, you complete me. Yeah, that thing. Right? No, you. Who completes you? Let me actually ask you a critical thinking question. Who actually completes you? Another person? You want another person to complete you? You're waiting for the person to complete you? Is that realistic? Would that work? Is that really completion? Or you think that Allah completes you? Allah created you and completes you. Allah created you and completes you. Allah created us and completes us. Kita ni dah mencukupi. Kita rasa tak mencukupi sebab kita tak bersyukur. It's mainly that. Syukur. Syukur is always my main message. Syukur. When you're grateful, it's very powerful. And Allah bagi lagi benda yang kita bersyukur. Alright? And a stark reminder, should I mention this? I don't want to scare you. I'll just mention it. Di mana antara kesedihan Rasulullah SAW adalah di mana bila Rasulullah SAW balik ke muka bumi is when ketakutan Rasulullah SAW adalah dapat a glimpse of hellfire where it's full of a lot of women a lot of women who are ungrateful to their husbands. So again, I think I better look up the exact dalil, but it is important to be grateful first. Don't be grateful when you dah kahwin je. You be grateful now, and you be grateful as a wife and as a mother. Always be grateful. That's the key point. All right. Uh, so gratitude is so important, so important. I just want to mention that narration once because it scares me to mention it. Because of ingratitude of of a woman or a wife to their husbands. So, in fact, one of the sadness of husbands is I'm trying to make her happy, but she's always not happy. There's always something, can, and so it that is usually the rintihan seorang suami that I hear, and it is very true. Gratitude is the basis of a lot of things of our own character. Gratitude is a very strong core of our character. So be grateful. Be grateful to Allah first. You tak perlu tunggu dah kahwin baru, oh ya Allah, terima kasih bagi aku suami. Tak, you grateful now with Allah, apa yang Allah dah bagi. Be grateful now dengan Allah yang mencukupi you. Be grateful now Allah has created you, mencukupkan you, kan. Lagi you grateful, lagi Allah bagi. Betul tak? Setuju? Setuju? Type setuju? Type setuju? Okay. Alright. I seem to be getting more and more viewers from Indonesia, Brunei, Singapore. What's up? Who are you? Message me. Message me. I just want to know. Oh, I didn't know Bruneians watch me. Interesting, right? Okay. So, quality questions. Yeah. These are bad questions. Where is my Prince Charming to make me happy? Where is my Jerry Maguire to complete me? All right. You want to marry someone like Jerry Maguire, he doesn't want to marry you. He's just pressured to marry you. He felt compelled to marry you just because he's pressured. He wasn't happy on the wedding day. He wasn't happy before. After tu, he had to go through a lot of personal journey. Then dia macam, oh, you complete me. Like drama gila kan. This is Hollywood, yo. Alright. Okay, so jangan percaya Hollywood. It's just entertainment. But unfortunately, entertainment, our brain like entertainment and learning from entertainment, right? Okay, our brain loves fantasy, not truth. That's what it is. Okay, so okay, quality questions, right? Do I like myself? Do I make myself happy? Do I complete me? Am I glad to be me? How has Allah complete me? You know, try to find good answers for this. Yeah, like why. I didn't put word why there sebab ada orang cakap, coach ni banyak cakap why. Habis tu, how come I complete myself? How come I like myself? How come I make myself happy? How come I complete me? How come I'm glad to be me? And how has Allah complete me? And why? Let me explain a bit why I always ask why. Why gives clarity. Why gives clarity. It's like a purpose. It shows macam the reason, the foundation, why it is so. It gives a very clear picture of why we do something. Why is why. Yeah. Why you always start with why. Why am I happy? Oh, like if you ask yourself why am I sad, then your brain is gonna give you the answer. You're sad because all right, for whatever reason I tengok Instagram and semua orang happy, I sedih. Okay, so if you ask yourself why am I happy, it's because I quit social media. And like I only open social media just to watch pakcik cari jodoh ni bercakap. Contoh, right? Alright, so how has Allah complete me? I think in a very grateful manner lah, bukan how else Allah complete me. No, bukan macam tu. Macam how has Allah complete me? List it down, write it down, benda-benda yang Allah mencukupkan untuk you, kan? Uh, do I like myself? Then why do I like myself? Why do I like myself? Why do I make myself happy? Because I'm worth it. Because I'm worth it. Maybe it's gratitude, right? Why do I complete me? Why do Allah complete me? Why am I glad to be me? Why am I glad to be me? There's always a reason. Find a reason to be you. Be glad to be you. Because you're unique, right? Because you're unique. Allah created everyone different, but has to look and complement each other. So kita dicipta berlainan supaya untuk berkenalan dan mengeratkan silaturahim sama sendiri kan. Okay, so how has Allah complete me? List it down. These are very good questions. Do I like myself? Answer these questions in a very grateful way. Okay, do I like myself? Feel positive, then you answer these questions. It's very important. Okay, don't go in a spiral. Okay, send it. This is your homework. Send it to me. WhatsApp to 601-123-899-897. All right, you have my number already. So yeah, answer these questions. You know, why do I like myself? Well, because I've worked hard and I respect myself. I now have a doctorate. All that jazz. Respect. That's why I like myself. I respect myself. I've been through hard knocks, but I'm here in it, right? Do I make myself happy? Why do I make myself happy? Because I'm worth it. I'm me. I make myself happy. Can, can. Why do I make myself happy? Because I'm worth it. Because I'm not waiting for anyone else to make me happy. I'm not expecting anyone else to make me happy. I'm realistic, and I know if I'm happy now, I'll be happy later. Is because happiness is a process. It's a continuous process. It's also a part of my character, making myself happy. I am not dependent on other people to make me happy. All right. Okay, boleh. Okay. Alright, so insyaAllah, semoga Allah permudahkan. Okay. Okay. So I think tomorrow night's topic will be Bahagia Babes. Right? I like rhymes. And it's how for, you know, girls to have fun, of course, the halal way. And we share that tomorrow. Okay. Okay, boleh? Boleh-boleh? Alright. So, sebelum saya undur diri, kita doa Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Kita aminkan sama sendiri. Ya Allah, aku minta pasangan yang menjadi menantu yang baik kepada ibu bapaku, yang disayangimu untuk mendapat keredhaanmu, berganding bahu bersama kejannahmu, Ya Allah. Amin. Okay, I hope you have benefited, insyaAllah. And, and share this realization, share these questions, share this. If you find it beneficial, you feel it can help your friend, just ask your friend. And uh, just a feedback that I got the other day is like she one of the listeners cakap, go watch this Nak Jodoh. You boleh bantu cari jodoh. And then her friend responded like, tak nak lah. I segan lah nak belajar, nak mengurat lelaki. Excuse me? Excuse you? Ada I ajar korang mengurat jantan? Tak ada. Apa yang I duk ajar tiap malam ni? Syukur, takwa. Betul tak? Syukur, takwa, martabat diri. Betul tak? Tak ada I mengajar korang mengurat dah. Astaghfirullah. Kawan dia cakap lah sebab dia belum pernah tengok kan. I tak ajar orang mengurat. I ajar ta'aruf yang halal. Ta'aruf yang halal itu menjaga martabat, menjaga keaiban, menjaga your dignity kan. That's what ta'aruf yang halal is about. Dignity, haya, and keaiban you. Okay, right? I tak ajar korang murat dah. Ada? I ajar korang murat? Tak ada kan? Lagi I suruh you tutup aurat, lagi I suruh you menjaga keaiban adalah kan? Betul tak? Betul? Setuju? Okay, tengoklah video yang lain. How many videos have I made? I've been doing this every night for past 3 months. 90 videos, 90 hours at least about 90 hours. Yeah, right. Ada aja orang mengorat. Macam mana nak ngorat lelaki? Ting, ting, ting. Right, macam Doraemon. Mana nak mengorat lelaki? Ding 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 ding. Alright, it's not like that. No, tak aja korang ngorat. Nanti dah kahwin, dah nikah, ngoratlah suami you sebanyak sampai puas. Okay? Ngorat suami you sendiri sampai puas. Alright. I tak ajar korang mengurat dan memalukan diri sendiri kat sini. Tak ada. Alright. Amboi, excuse you. Okay. Alright. So share ilmu ni and tolong terangkan. I tak ajar orang mengurat. I ajar orang untuk bersyukur, bertakwa, faham martabat diri, faham kenali diri supaya cinta diri. Itu yang I duk share malam-malam ni. Bukan suruh mengurat. Astagfirullah. Ya, itu you pergi tengok Cosmopolitan ke Matthew Hasi. Itu kat sana. Okay. Okay, alright. Before I hentam Matthew Hasi lagi. Alright, saya minta diri dulu. Thank you very nice. And see you tomorrow night. Assalamualaikum. See you on Telegram kalau ada soalan. Alright, bye. Assalamualaikum. Tata going off as see you on Telegram.